Hello, happy new moon blessings to you all. Oh, the eclipse is upon us, the ring of fire, Gemini energy galore, Mercury energy galore with Mercury in retrograde. I mean, there is a lot going on, my friends. So this is just going to be a eclipse. Forgive me as I'm adjusting the camera, a little rocky there. This is just going to be eclipse energy check-in. I know I said I was going to try and do this for you guys, and I've actually been able to cultivate a fair amount of peace within myself today. It wasn't easy. I'll say that. Coming to a place of homeostasis and calm and peace was my greatest masterpiece today. So I will say that it was not easy, but because I have cultivated that, I feel like I can be a clear channel and deliver some messages for the collective, and because it's going to be specifically about the eclipse, I think I will be just jointly checking in for masculine and feminine energies. As always, please remember to watch this for your own inner masculine and own inner feminine energies, as we each have that within us. If you caught my video the other day, yesterday, one of the messages I felt called to deliver was around surrendering the attachment to a timeline, the need to know, the need to make it happen, and it's so subtle when this happens. We don't even know it's coming up for us, but yet it is. And so when we focus on ourselves and we focus on the inner growth that we are working through, and therefore assisting and supporting our twin with, it can really shift everything. Because then we're just out of the waiting, the wishing, the hoping energy, which is very, very 3D. All right, so we're just going to grab a couple energies, collective energies for this eclipse in Gemini. What do we most need to know, Spirit? What do you most need this collective to know about this eclipse? I think that's good. All right, so let's see. This card did not flip over. I am going to take it, just like yesterday. Or, sorry, not like yesterday. I was feeling called to read the cards in a different way. Bottom of our deck, we have Healer of the Ages. So there is a lot of beautiful healing and stepping through this portal, stepping into this. I'm actually hearing like stepping through this ring of fire to become the healer, the teacher, the light worker that you are meant to be. Unifying within your divine masculine and divine feminine energies in order to step onto this journey. Okay, really beautiful energy. We may feel a pressing, a constraint, a constriction for this eclipse because I am getting financial constraints. And this came out right next to the Angel of Strength. So we are being initiated through some difficulty, through some, like I was saying, constrictions, some of those more challenging energies, in the hopes that we can transcend whatever stories, beliefs we're perceiving around not having enough, not being enough, being in lack, being in scarcity. Perhaps this is around feeling like you're powerless to a situation, like you can't make a move, you can't make a change, you're stuck. Because I'm hearing for some of you, it actually may not be around finances, but it is going to be around that 3D root chakra type of energy. I need to grab a deck to clarify with. What deck do I want to use? Okay, I haven't used this deck in a while. And then we're getting the man holding a heart. And that's what I'm going to clarify. Because I'd like to know a little bit more about this energy. since we're in union energy, so we're doing collective, both masculine and feminine energies, I'm just going to ask for some further guidance on, I mean, it's a heart awakener. It's a heart opener and a heart awakener, this eclipse. So anything that was, you know, what's happening is we're moving out. Okay, we are moving our mind out of the way. So it's like if our mind was blocking the heart, this eclipse is really coming in to disturb that or to disrupt the mind noise so that we can connect to what's beneath that, and that's the heart. Wow. Wow. Okay. This is some powerful energy, but I guess it would not be an eclipse if it wasn't. So the first card that came out is the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is that deception. This is the masks that we wear. This is the not telling the truth. This is the being sneaky. This is the hiding, withholding. So the masculine energy is getting ready to step into full ownership of their heart and their truth and releasing this Seven of Swords energy that has been restricting them, constricting them, keeping them in this constraint, keeping them feeling blocked, stuck, not free. And this is your masculine energy within as well. Please keep this in mind. I think I'm going to try and do the whole reading that way, as if I'm speaking to the energies versus a human or a person. And the two cards, the world is what actually fell out that fell on the floor. And if you know me, you know I feel like when it falls on the floor, it's like a deeper message. So we're getting this completion of this devil energy, a completion of this cycle. Anything that was blocking the heart, which was that devil energy, which was keeping us from our truth, our true north, our knowing, our feeling, our intuition. It's a completion of this cycle. This eclipse is ushering in, and it, by the way, I have a hammock right outside my window, and the hammock, normally I can't see it from sitting here because it's low. The wind is so strong that the current just brought the hammock right up, and I saw it in my window, and it was very abrupt and very almost kind of violent. There it goes again. It just did it again. So there is a abrupt ending coming with this energy. There is an abrupt, so our divine masculine energy is things are coming to a crashing halt. Things are coming to a crashing end. No longer will this energy be permissible, and no longer will this devil energy win over the matters of the heart. It is time to complete this cycle. Wow. Ace of Cups was on the bottom of the deck. So when we complete the cycle, when we move beyond that, what do we have? Hope, peace, joy, love, abundance. Wow. Okay. So we also have 6th chakra Archangel Metatron coming up as an energy for this eclipse. To clarify that, we are getting the Empress and the 7 of Wands. So this is about standing your ground, protecting the divine feminine energy, protecting the heart space energy, protecting the intuitive energy. We are getting the clarity right now that we need to move forward, to get onto the correct path, to be able to put kind of, I forget what this is called, but they put it on horses so they just go straight, kind of like the blinders on. That might be what it is I'm looking for. The blinders on, so we are not getting distracted or influenced by other energies that are actually not for us. This eclipse is coming in to shake it all loose and shake it clean. And what is being protected, what is being held sacred is this divine feminine energy. It's this ability to nurture and nourish yourself from a place of love is the word that's coming, but it's more than that, and I'm trying to find the right words. It's moving in the world from a place of abundance and trust and knowing, because it's a full surrender to the divine. It's a full surrender to all that is, and not needing not not getting into the self-deception that, oh, it's up to me, I have to fix this, I have to change this, I'm in charge here, I'm the one in the driver's seat. It's this relaxing and this releasing. So our divine feminine energies within are being exalted and they're being celebrated, and now it's up to the divine masculine energies to defend the feminine within, to defend the feminine without, perhaps in some cases, to keep this sacred, to move in the world in a way that is going to be harmonious, to not allowing the mind, the ego, the devil energy to run the show anymore. We're crystal clear on our intentions. We're crystal clear on our knowing. This is a third eye activation. So we really, wow, this new moon is a new beginning. By golly gosh darn it. We are wiping the slate clean. I can't believe I just said that, by the way. I don't know where that came from. I wanted to yeah. And this angel of love is here as our last energy for this eclipse, bringing in a lot of healing with the star card, faith, abundance, joy. The light is here, that those gamma rays, the expansion, the knowing that the light is here, the embracing, the holding, being able to hold more light within our bodies, being able to hold more knowing, more trust, more faith, no matter what you're coming up against, because I guarantee most of us are coming up against a lot in our 3D world that we don't like and we don't want to look at. But the invitation here and the sort of ascension here, there's an opportunity for us to move into the next level of our growth, and that level is showing us that we are whole, we are happy, we are supported, we are safe no matter what is going on here, because it's an illusion. So on this twin flame journey, we've had to really learn about the illusory 3D world. We've had to really learn that what we see is not the truth, that what we can taste, touch, and feel is not always the truth, and the truth is the inner knowing, the truth is that 5D higher perspective. And I feel like we've been tested with this a lot when it comes to our twin specifically, that person, having to trust beyond a shadow of a doubt, even when all you see is doubt in the 3D, even when you're not getting that confirmation, you're not having this person say yes, saying everything you want to hear, but you still had to believe. And I feel that on this journey, we've gotten really, really strong with that. We've really, really we've excelled in that space and that energy. And now this eclipse is like the closing of the chapter. It's the full circle, putting everything having everything come to a close that is no longer for us, that is that karmic wounding, that past life wounding. So the final test is actually things in our external 3D world, our root. A lot of you may be dealing with money issues. A lot of you may be dealing with relationship issues not pertaining to the twins. So family, community, friendship, people that you've held on to that now it's very clear you are not in alignment and you gotta let them go. That's been a big theme. Jobs, situations, things that you've kept holding on to and trying to tie yourself to. And spirit's intervening and saying no, because this is that pivotal point. This is that closing of that chapter. It's a closing of that chapter. Okay, where do I want to go next? Let's go to the Starseed Oracle. I haven't pulled from this in a while. This feels appropriate, an appropriate deck for the new moon. Allow the purging, allow the release. The worst thing you can do on an eclipse is bite down and hold on. You can, but it's going to feel worse. The reason I've been able to cultivate peace today is because I surrendered. I went and laid on that hammock in the sun. I did some Reiki healing, meditating, and I fucking surrendered. I just let go. And it was not easy. But I feel so much better. All right. Oops. I was not ready for you. I'm actually going to grab a card for the masculine collective. So let's go more specifically into the masculine collective spirit. Wow. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So, portal. The masculines are at a precipice. They are at a crossroads. They are coming up to the doorway, and they are being guided and supported to take that next step. But the divine cannot take that step for them. They must do it for themselves. You must take this step for yourself in your divine masculine energy, whatever it is you're being called to do, wherever it is you're being summoned, wherever you're being called, it is up to you and you alone. The doors are opening. There are rewards on the other side, but you have to decide to cross that threshold. This card also, it's a wild card. And actually what I'm getting with the wild card energy is it's more beautiful and profound than you could ever imagine. So what you might be imagining is on the other side, that's a good thing. Spirit's like, no, you have no idea. It is way more beautiful than that. It's more beautiful than anything you could even imagine. That's the wild card aspect. You think you know what might be waiting for you, but you don't know. You truly don't know until you cross into that other side. We're also getting the star ancestors for them, for your divine masculine energy within. So you may be in this process, and this eclipse can be ushering in a lot of this hidden knowledge, hidden secrets, ancient wisdom. They're asking you to look deeper during this eclipse. So definitely spend some time in solitude, in quiet, in meditation. Perhaps astral traveling meditation. You can do guided meditations to do this. But there is some layers and some keys is what I'm hearing. There's like keys. There's things to be unlocked. And this eclipse energy is really supporting this. But you hold these codes within your body, this ancient wisdom, this ancient knowing. There is a lot of magic. And this actually is really connected to the mission work that you are going to be doing, masculines. Okay? So there is mission work here for you. But you have to look a little deeper. You have to peel back the layers. You have to get still and quiet and slow down long enough to hear it. And it might be, masculines, okay, this is an interesting message I'm getting. So it might be that you have to cross this portal. You have to step through the beyond, this great beyond. You have to move through this little doorway, this gate, in order to fully download and comprehend some of these little pieces of information you've been getting. And that can be very connected to this twin flame journey. So Spirit has been breadcrumbing you. Spirit has been giving you little pieces of the puzzle, but you're not going to be able to connect the dots and piece them together until you step through this portal. And stepping through this portal means returning to your soul, coming home, and that is your counterpart. That is speaking your truth. That is stepping into your power as the emperor, using your throat chakra. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful message. Okay. I'm asking for the feminines now. Oh, feminines. Okay. Beautiful energy here. So we have Inner Earth. I love this card. It's not the Lemuria card, but it reminds me of Lemuria. It says, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Yeah, so feminines, if you've been feeling in the past, in this little portal between the last eclipse and this one, or even in the most recent past couple of days, if you've been feeling a lot of buildup of tension, right? I'm just going to refer back to this like 3D constraint, constriction, contraction, this pain body, this pain point coming up for you. Things that are just like, good God, can I just get a break? Like that's how you're feeling. You're like, just give me a break. Spirit is saying you will survive this, and this is what is ushering in your new beginning. So all you can do is surrender. All the feminine energy can ever do is surrender and trust. There's solutions coming. In fact, the solution already exists. You just have to get out of your own way and stop blocking the solution, because some of you are micromanaging the universe. Okay, this is Breath of the Cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So when this card comes up, it lets me know that there's a hook and there's an attachment and there's a bit of control around outcome. And it's when we want something so bad, when we want something so bad, sometimes we inadvertently block it. And we don't think we are, we don't mean to, and it's the last thing in the world we want, but it's because we're getting attached to these things that are illusions, that are not quite truths, and so we block the truth from coming, because just as I was saying to the masculine energy, what's coming is better than you could have ever imagined. So when you're attached to this other idea, Spirit's like, well, I can't deliver this to you because this is actually way better than this, but it's not in alignment. They're not the same energies. So release, release, surrender, surrender, feminines. You will survive this. The solution already exists. The solution already exists. Let's grab a couple more. Let's grab from tarot on that. I'd love to dive a little bit deeper into that for both the masculine and feminine. Okay, so what is coming up for the feminines during this eclipse that is causing a lot of tension and micromanaging? What is coming up? Oh, feminines. Yeah, okay, that's the only card that wants to come out. We're getting the moon. So there's illusion here. There's a not knowing, there's a needing to know, and there's a denial of your own feminine existence. It actually kind of is coming back. It's circling back to this beginning energy that we got here with the third, with the sixth chakra, with Metatron and the Empress and the Seven of Wands. So it's this denial of the feminine essence, because the masculine is the one that moves, okay, takes action. It's the masculine energy that moves and takes action. But Spirit is saying to you, feminines, now is not the time for action. Now is the time for you to sit still and allow it to come to you. And if you're, it's kind of that idea, like if you've lost somebody in a store, right? If you keep running around trying to find them, then they're running around trying to find you, and you're both like, you're at odds, right? It's chaotic energy. It's not harmonious. It's not balanced. So Spirit is working with the masculines at this time to be the action point, to be the person that is taking that action and moving. But if you're moving around trying to take action too, because you're micromanaging and you're a little bit afraid of what's coming, you won't be able to harmonize and be in balance. You won't be able to find each other. So Spirit is really saying, you're not meant to know right now, feminines. And I know that's very uncomfortable for you. And I know that is not, but that's the surprise. That's the beauty. That's this portal energy. That's this magic. It's better than you could ever know. And you're comfortable with knowing. So now we need to work in the not knowing. That's your growth. That's what this eclipse is bringing. And it's a gift. It's a gift, feminines. It's a gift. So if your feminine energy is really struggling to surrender into the feminine energy of, working through the shadow, working through the untruths or the illusions, right? But doing it from a place of space and breath, and not constriction, and not shame or name calling type of energy. Not like, oh, you're horrible. That, because that's the distorted masculine. So the message here for you feminines right now is really just surrender. And I know you don't want to hear that. How can the feminines surrender, Spirit? How can the feminines better surrender for this eclipse at this time? Okay. There's a higher spiritual truth here on the table. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So there's an imbalance. So it's a call for you to balance out your affairs, balance out your life, balance out your energy, balance out your masculine and feminine energies, because you're imbalanced. You're either too in the feminine or you're too in the masculine. So this eclipse is an opportunity for you to really get right, if you've been struggling with that. And if not, then this message doesn't resonate for you. Please don't try and make it fit, because if you're doing really well and you're very imbalanced and you try and make this message fit, then you could get out of balance. So know when to honor yourself and acknowledge where you've been, where you're at, and know when to heed the message because it's what you need. Okay, we're also getting the Hierophant. So this is what I was meaning with there's a higher perspective available. This is, sometimes for me, Hierophant really, I feel that Saturnian energy. So it's kind of like it can be uncomfortable, but it's also so beautiful, and it's such a gift. It's a commitment. It's a spiritual commitment. It's a higher spiritual perspective. So it's really like get outside of yourself, feminines. Like take a step, get to a higher vantage point. And you do that through those restful yin activities, okay? Literally resting, turning your mind off, whatever you need to do that. Perhaps it's physical exercise, yoga, something like that, right? Resting, being with your loved ones, being with your pets, your furry friends, your children, taking the time to really nurture yourself and come into that balance in your 3D, balance in your masculine and feminines. And then you're going to be able to see and understand this higher perspective of why everything is happening the way it needs to be happening, why it's coming up the way it's meant to, or why it's coming up the way it is. Okay, feminines, I hope that was helpful. Okay, masculines, the masculine energy, what's coming up for you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the masculines are being initiated into their emperor. That's a strong message I've been getting a lot, is that for the masculines, this time period, this portal is stepping into their emperor fully, without any second guessing, without any looking back. And when this card came out, I actually heard TikTok, which is interesting because that came up the other day. TikTok. So there is it's not a 3D time crunch. It's a portal is available, soul is moving you forward crunch. What they're showing me is it's almost like a room that the masculines are in, and it's like less and less air is coming through. So it's getting condensed and condensed, and there's less and less air. And the only way to get more air is through this. This is the doorway out of the room. It's the portal. But it's very scary because of all the pain. We have this 10 of Swords here. So there is the past hurt, the past pain. But the reason that they're in this condensed cruncher, the reason masculines that you're going through this pretty painful period, and then you have this like karmic sort of cycle ending, and you don't want to begin a new one, you want to end it, and Spirit's assisting you with that. But the reason it's painful is because it's really the pressure cooker to initiate you into your highest state as the emperor. And so that the only way out is through, because you are stubborn and you are creative. The masculine energies are stubborn and they're creative, and they like to find ways around, and they like to avoid, because the emotions are scary. The feminine is scary. So if there's even a creak, like a tiny creak of air, or creak of air, I don't even know what I'm saying, a tiny crack of air in a wall somewhere, a tiny hole that they can try and get through, you better believe they're going to try and do that. So Spirit at this time is like crunch down. It's like, nope, there's no other way out but through, masculines. Okay, so let's ask, how can the masculines complete this cycle with ease and grace? How can they, oh my God, that's hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw. So I was trying to clarify, look what came out. Yeah. How can they complete this 10 of Swords cycle? They can step into their power and inner knowing and wisdom and be that divine masculine energy and let it go. Like, say, no more do I accept this behavior. No longer am I willing to be stuck in this loop, accepting this at face value, accepting this as the reality. It's time for me to walk away from this pattern. I'm done. Emotional withdrawal, 8 of Cups, letting go, The masculines, you're at your breaking point. You are at your breaking point. It's time to go. TikTok. I've gotten that card a lot. Not for you. Time to go. TikTok. And you know this. But this portal feels kind of scary. It feels kind of scary. So it can be hard to initiate yourself through it. Is there any other advice you have for the masculines on that, Spirit? Let's ask, we're going to ask Keepers of the Light for a little bit of advice to leave you with on this eclipse. As I sit here and I start doing these readings, I could keep going and going. There's so many more energies that want to come through, but my intention was to keep this one brief enough for you guys to digest during this portal. So you can get it as near to the eclipse as possible. Okay, so we'll start with the masculine. How can the masculines complete this letting go, complete this cycle, walk away? Who's supporting them? Wow, a lot of energies just came out, masculines. Okay, that's really beautiful. Okay, so we're getting transcendence, Lord Shiva. Transcendence, and he has snakes, and snakes are this symbolic shedding of the skin, letting go, rebirth, death. It's actually very divine feminine energy as well. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. I mean, if that doesn't communicate the Emperor's energy, I don't know what does. So the masculine energy within you needs you to be your own hero, needs you to be your own savior. You transcend the material world. You transcend the feeling of need. You transcend the feeling of I can't. You transcend the feeling of I'm stuck, I'm blocked. Other people can have it, but I can't. You transcend all those beliefs. You rise up. You lean on the divine. You lean on the feminine energy. You trust in that support system. And when you do, then you have an opportunity to really see the steps that are being given to you. Ascension, okay? This eclipse is like a huge fast track on the ascension journey. Serapis Bay, very divine energy here coming through here. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Yeah, sometimes you just need that simple reminder. The masculine energy just needs to remember that the light is here. It's not all darkness and murkiness and shit. Like, there is light. There is beauty in the world, and it's your right, your righteousness. Like, you get to have that, but you have to claim it. You have to command it to you as an emperor. You have to say, yes, this is mine, so I will accept it now. And so it is. The light is here. I'm getting a very regal energy with these masculine energies, support cards or support beings that are coming out. We're also getting Horus, cosmic gateway. There's that portal energy again for this eclipse. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So masculines, it's not like there's a bunch that you really need to be doing, but there is a bunch that you shouldn't be doing. Okay, so what I mean is no avoidance, no getting in your own way, no getting into your head, that Seven of Swords, self-deception energy, self-righteousness, self-abandonment, avoiding your feelings, avoiding the truth, telling yourself it's okay because it's too painful to face it. No, you are in a portal, and the most strength that you can muster is needed at this time for you to be brave, for you to be really, really brave and to step through this passageway. Also supporting you is the divine feminine God energy, the Shekinah. This is the Sophia. Sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So this is the highest form of the divine feminine energy. This is like Sophia, Christ consciousness. So you are extremely supported as you go through these changes right now, masculines. Extremely supported. And again, if you're watching this for your masculine energy within, you are extremely supported. It is safe for you to trust. Wow. Oh, baby, I love when that happens. Okay, so we just got Horus's twin flame, Isis. So for the feminines, magic is manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Stay focused, feminines. Stay in the truth. Stay in the knowing. Surrender. Let it go. And know that everything is becoming a reality. There's really nothing you need to do except staying focused on your desire, not letting it go, not getting into fear. I love this because we touched on this at the beginning of the reading, or in the reading. The masculine energy is in that action, movement space, and the feminine, all you have to do is sit still. All you have to do is wait. That's all you have to do. And look at them harmoniously telling us that in this beautiful story. Expect miracles. The Holy Spirit is saying, divine feminine, my sweet, sweet, beautiful divine feminine, you've worked so hard. You have done so much. Now is not the time for doing. Rest. You've done it, my child, my love. I trust you. You need to trust yourself, and you need to trust your masculine. Remember that only love is real. Miracles occur naturally. Spirit has your back. You are getting rewarded at this time, divine feminines. Kalima, she fell on the floor. Eclipse season is all about facing fears. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yeah, feminines. Wow, you guys have such powerful energy here too. It's incredible. I didn't want this many cards, but this is how many cards has come up. And you guys just have this like really powerful feminine energy here. We have Lady Nada. We have Gaia. Lady Nada is all about, she really assists in the Twin Flame Collective with heart opening, okay? So if you've been feeling resistance, pain, resentment, blame, any of that, this is about accepting divine love, allowing your heart to open to the truth, to give and receive in balance. This is all about reciprocity. This is really balancing the scales. And then Gaia, I feel that Gaia is here to remind you, divine feminines, when in doubt, connect to earth, connect to her. She's here to support you. Go walk outside barefoot, get some sun, lay out in, nature, get into quiet, get to a body of water, whatever you need to do to really connect with Mama Gaia. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. Okay. Yeah, and the fear here, I don't know if I completely finished with this message before I leave you. This fear here is in the mind. That's where the fear begins, and that's where it starts, and that's where it creates this storm and this sort of tsunami energy. So no matter what's going on in your life, you don't have to succumb to it. Things could be going on that don't feel good. So just let it not feel good for a minute and then get yourself back to your higher vibration. It's as simple as that when it comes to facing the fear. It's not always this action, this big display, this big doing. It's really just trusting and knowing and being willing to look at it. It's when we hide and we cower and we avoid that we face the wrath of Kali. Okay. Wow. I'm going to leave you guys there. Beautiful reading. I'm sending you so much love. Happy new moon. Happy eclipse. We're gonna get through this. There's so much beauty waiting for us on the other side. Keep going. Do not give up. That's my pep talk. I love you so much. Please, please, please like this video. I know it's annoying to like, but it helps the channel so much. Sharing helps, subscribes help. It all really, really helps it grow so I can spend more time here with you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Happy new moon. I'll be back soon.